so Composite Figures, day 1. These are figures made up of shapes. These are all shapes that we've talked about before. So like triangles, rectangles, etc. Okay, so we can have regular polygons, trapezoids, circles. Okay. For our first example, what we want to do is, once we have this figure that we're talking about, we want to find this shaded area, which yours should be shaded on here as well. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So how we want to do this is we want to break it up into these two figures. So I can see that I could draw a line right on this one. Now I get two shapes here. So I get a rectangle, which I know the area is going to be base times height, and I get another rectangle, which I know the area is going to be base times height. Okay. I can see that from my picture, this side length here was 12, which leads me to have this one as 12. These two are going to be congruent. This whole area before, or this whole side length, was 21. So by doing 21 minus 12, I end up with this 9 centimeters. Okay, which this is going to be the same as this side here, 9 centimeters, 9 centimeters. Once I get these two areas, so I have the area of the top rectangle as 15 times 12, which is 180 centimeters squared, and I have the area of the bottom one, 27 times 9, which gives me 243 centimeters squared. I'm going to add these two together. Okay, so add all the shapes that you have to get the total area. So 180 plus 243 gives me 423 centimeters squared. And this is your total area for the shaded. Okay, look at another example. We want to find the area of this shaded region. I see that I have two shapes. I have a square, which is going to be area equals base times height. And then I also have a half circle. And the circle is important. That's the important part. I want area equals pi r squared. And then I'm going to divide by 2 to get half, to get that semicircle. So for my square, I'm going to have area equals 16 times 16, 256 feet squared. That's the first one that I need. And then for my circle, now I need to think. So I have this circle, okay? It's going to have this same side length here, 16, but I only want half for the radius. So I need to think about, if this was a full circle, I would have diameter equal to 16. So what's just my r going to be? It's going to be half of that, which is going to be 8, and that's what I want to use. 8 squared. And in this case, I want to use pi and figure it out. So I'm going to have 64 pi, which is going to be 201. I use that pi button. Okay, 0.1. Okay, and I can add these together. Area is going to be 256 plus 201.1. 457.1 feet squared for my total area. That's your answer. The last part is talking about these irregular shapes. Okay, these could be maybe lakes, towns, any kind of weird spill or blob. And we want to figure out what kind of area that we're going to have for this. So we're going to use some shapes to help us figure this out. Okay, the one that I see here is that I'm going to be able to figure out what the base and the height is maybe a triangle, where I'm going to have a base length here of 4, and then I could draw the height in as 2. Each of these is 1 centimeter. Okay, so the area that I have here is 1/2, my base is 4, and my height was 2. I can figure that out. And then maybe we could draw a triangle here as well, where I have a base of 3 and maybe a height of 2. Area equals 1/2 3 times 2. And those are my two shapes, and then again I'm going to add them together. So this is going to give me 2 times 2, which is 4 centimeters squared, and this is going to give me 1.5 times 2, which is going to give me 3 centimeters squared. So the area for this is going to be 4 plus 3, which is 7 centimeters squared. Okay, so 5 each.